Legal News 23rd April to 29th April 2017 by Deepak. Miglani. Gurgaon groundwater terrible. NGT chief. Insurer to pay doctor rupees 50,000 for refusing claim. India losing face for lack of law to curb torture. Supreme Court. Politicians cannot remove top cops on their whim. Supreme Court. Official Secrets Act abuse under Supreme Court scanner. Chhota Rajan, 3 officials get 7 years jail in fake passport case. Supreme Court gives future bail to terror accused who's in jail for 16 years. Malegaon case, bail for Pragya but not Purohit. Explain shortage of AIDS drugs, Delhi High Court. Filing false case against spouse is cruelty. Supreme Court. Let Afghan girl study without an Aadhaar card. Delhi High Court. Use social media in all missing cases. Delhi High Court. Seal and seize EVMs used in Vikas Nagar seat. Uttarakhand High Court. NGT notice to states UTs for violating plastic rules. Eve teasing violates women's right to live with dignity. Supreme Court. Acquitted of fixing IPL, man seeks Supreme Court aid to swap old notes. Out of court deal does not negate offense of death due to rash driving. Bombay High Court. Now news in detail. Gurgaon groundwater terrible. NGT chief. National Green Tribunal chairperson Justice Swatantra Kumar warned of an imminent water crisis in Gurgaon and stressed the need for building aquifers to arrest fast depleting groundwater levels. The NGT chairperson was speaking at an event organized on the occasion of Earth Day observed annually across the globe on April 22. 18 teams comprising over 450 students and teachers from colleges across the country had come to attend the event on the North Cap University campus. Kumar also highlighted increasing groundwater pollution in the city. Insurer to pay doctor rupees 50,000 for refusing claim. Agents of insurer companies, in order to achieve their target of insurance policies, act in haste and collect premiums. The observation came from the National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission, which asked an insurance company to compensate an 83-year-old doctor with rupees 50,000 for not providing him with the terms of his insurance policy and refusing him full mediclaim after he underwent a brain hemorrhage treatment. India losing face for lack of law to curb torture. Supreme Court. The Supreme Court feels that India's reputation and its extradition request suffer because it has not ratified the UN Convention Against Torture. While dealing with APIL by ex-Law Minister and Congress member Ashwani Kumar, a bench of Chief Justice of India J.S. Kehar and Justice D.Y. Chandrachud said, besides this being an Article 21 issue, it is also an issue of international reputation. Amicus Curiae Colin Gonsalves said 161 countries had ratified the convention, but India was among 9 which were yet to. Politicians cannot remove top cops on their whim. Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said that a senior police officer who has been granted a fixed tenure cannot be removed or transferred midway on whims and fancies of the executive, and quashed the Kerala government's decision to remove senior IPS officer T.P. Sen Kumar as DGP before completion of his 2-year tenure, holding that political interference in police administration could shake people's confidence in the system. A bench of Justice Madan B. Lokur and Justice Deepak Gupta said the government could take action against senior police officials only if there was credible evidence. Official Secret Act abuse under Supreme Court scanner. The alleged misuse of Draken Official Secrets Act by government authorities has come under judicial scanner as the Supreme Court agreed to examine the issue. A bench headed by Justice J. Chelameshwar said the matter needed to be examined and issued notice to center an army on a plea filed by journalist Poonam Agarwal, who is facing charges under Official Secrets Act for carrying out a sting operation. The petitioner had done a sting operation on the alleged abuse of the buddy system in the army by videographing Roy Matthew, a Kerala Jawan who was found dead. Nasik police then lodged an FIR against Agarwal and retired army official Deep Chand for the offence of criminal trespass and abetment to suicide under IPC and charges under Section 3 spying and Section 7 interfering with officers of police or members of the armed forces of the Union of Official Secrets Act were also invoked against them. Chhota Rajan, 3 officials get 7 years jail in fake passport case. A special court awarded 7-year prison terms to underworld don Chhota Rajan and 3 retired passport officials, including 2 women, in fake passport case. The court also imposed a fine of rupees 15,000 on each of them. Supreme Court gives future bail to terror accused who's in jail for 16 years. Guljar Ahmad Wani of Srinagar has been in jail for nearly 16 years since his arrest in July 2001 on charges of involvement in a series of terror attacks. He has since been acquitted in 10 of the 11 cases brought against him by UP and Delhi police. His co-accused have been granted bail in the remaining one too, but Wani continues to be behind bars as the prosecution in UP has not finished examining even half of the 96 witnesses. Malegaon case, bail for Pragya but not Purohit. More than 8 years after the 2008 Malegaon blast, which killed 6 people and injured 101, the Bombay High Court allowed K-accused Sadhvi Pragya Singh Thakur to be released on a bail of rupees 5 lakh. The court, however, rejected a similar plea by Lieutenant Colonel Prasad Purohit, who is another key accused. Explain shortage of AIDS drugs, Delhi High Court. The Delhi High Court sought the responses of the centre and the Delhi government on a plea claiming severe shortage of drugs for AIDS patients at some of the anti-retroviral treatment centres, including the AIMS. A bench issued notice to the 2 governments and sought their response on an NGO's application in which it has alleged that due to shortage of antiretroviral drugs, adult patients were being given pediatric dosage of medicines. Filing false case against spouse is cruelty. Supreme Court. Supreme Court granted divorce to husband. The Supreme Court has held that filing a false criminal complaint and making baseless allegations against spouse amounted to cruelty under the Hindu Marriage Act, and this could be ground enough to grant divorce. A bench of Justices Adarsh Kumar Goyal and Deepak Gupta allowed the divorce plea of a husband on the ground that his wife not only filed a false criminal complaint before the police, but she had also made baseless allegations of dowry demand and torture in letters written to various authorities, including the Rajasthan CM and Chief Justices of High Court. The court noted that the man was given clean chit by the police after through inquiry on 2 complaints filed by his wife, and the allegations against him and his family members were found to be false and baseless. Let Afghan girls study without an Aadhaar card. Delhi High Court. Delhi High Court directed the AAP government to ensure that 12-year-old Afghan refugee girl who has been allegedly asked by her school not to attend classes since she does not have an Aadhaar card be allowed to study. We do not want a child to lose a year, a bench of acting Chief Justice Geeta Mittal and Justice Anu Malhotra said. Use social media in all missing cases. Delhi High Court. To ensure missing persons are traced soon enough, Delhi High Court directed the Delhi police to flash photographs of such persons on the social media without fail. The direction from a bench of Justice Vipin Sanghi and Deepa Sharma came after the police said they were thinking of adopting such a step to trace a speech and hearing impaired woman who went missing from a metro station a week ago. Seal and seize EVMs used in Vikas Nagar seat, Uttarakhand High Court. The Uttarakhand High Court issued notice to the Election Commission and the state government while hearing a petition alleging tampering of electronic voting machines in Vikas Nagar Assembly constituency and ordered sealing and seizure of the machines. The single bench of Justice S.K. Gupta ordered the EVMs to be sealed and seized in the presence of the Vikas Nagar Judicial Magistrate. NGT notice to states UTs for violating plastic rules. A National Green Tribunal bench headed by Chairperson Justice Swatantra Kumar issued notice to all state governments and union territories on CPCB's application that Plastic Waste Management Rules 2016 were not being implemented. Eve teasing violates women's right to live with dignity. Supreme Court. Sending out a stern message to law enforcement agencies to deal with eve teasers and stalkers with a firm hand, the Supreme Court said that eve teasing violates a woman's fundamental right to live with dignity and she could not be forced to love a person of not her liking. Concerned over growing incidents of eve teasing, a bench of Justice Deepa Mishra, A.M. Khanwilkar and M.M. Shanta Godar said people must not be allowed to indulge in such pernicious, horrid and disgusting practice. Acquitted of fixing IPL, man seeks Supreme Court aid to swap old notes. Delhi police had raided the premises of accused of spot fixing in IPL in 2013 and seized documents and rupees 5.50 lakh in cash. The man has since been acquitted but finds himself in a spot as Delhi police return the seized cash in old currency notes. With the December 31st demonetization deadline for exchanging scrapped currency notes of rupees 500 and rupees 1000 long alone, Abhishek Shukla knocked the doors of Supreme Court through counsel Manjeet Singh Ahluwalia and sought an opportunity to convert the amount into legitimate cash. Out of court deal does not negate offence of death due to rash driving, Bombay High Court. Causing death due to rash and negligent driving is an offence against society, and the offence cannot be quashed because of an out-of-court settlement between the accused and deceased victim's family, the Bombay High Court has ruled. The court was hearing a petition by Mahim resident Krishna Raju, who was booked for driving his motorcycle rashly and negligently and knocking down Sinclair Valdares, who was crossing the street in 2015. Thank you.